Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation and welcome to the end of the school year and to this final assembly. I last spoke to you all on Friday the 20th of March. At that assembly, where we were all in the school car park, I said it was not right saying goodbye in the middle of an academic year. Well, here we are almost 4 months on and we are still in some form of lockdown. I never ever thought I would be saying goodbye to a school community halfway through a year, and I certainly never thought I'd be ending a school year in this way. School, since we closed in March, has been a very quiet place. In the early weeks, there were only about 6 students and 8 members of staff in on any one day. Classrooms and corridors were noiseless, and even though the school buildings hadn't gone anywhere, Maidstone Grammar School had. Because for any school, it is the people in the school that creates it, not the buildings. I have missed seeing you all, I have missed our chats in the canteen queue, and I have missed hearing about your lives. Despite not seeing you every day, I have endeavoured to remain in contact with many. I have enjoyed teaching my own Year 10 and Year 12 classes, delivering live lessons through Microsoft Teams. I have said hello to the many of you who have come into school over these last few weeks, and I have led a number of meetings with Chris and Tom, the new school captain and school vice captain, about their roles and the work they do within their roles. They were both appointed back in late February, and even though they have not been able to execute their roles in school, they have been extremely busy adjusting what they would normally do and deliver it in a different way. They are both here with me, and are now going to say a few words reflecting on their time over these last few months.
Hello everyone, and I hope that you are well. When lockdown started, little were we to know that it would last for months. This grave tragedy, a viral pandemic, has also encapsulated much wider issues, shining a spotlight on racial inequalities, class inequalities, and many of our social injustices that still remain untouched. While we've barely touched the tip of the iceberg, our improved awareness of needing collectivism and interdependence is helping to pave the way towards a brighter future. In tandem with that progress, the return of education physically in a classroom is on the horizon, making the reopening of schools in September a more exciting prospect than was ever imaginable. Apart from missing out on banana bread, and for some, the odd line, Tom and I are so excited for the school to return and become one in September, albeit in isolated year groups. We're very excited to come up with many more creative solutions the lockdown has already inspired, and we also want to get to know all of you. We want to listen to you to help you shape the school. Please don't be afraid to get in touch over Teams. Thank you, enjoy your summer, and I'll pass over to Tom.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say well done to all of you for the work that you've put in over these last few months. I know it's been challenging at times, but I'm certain that we'll come out of this as more well-rounded individuals. It's been great to see so many of you embrace what seems to be the new norm of online learning. The senior prefect team, Chris and I, have been keeping busy, trying to keep the school community active in many ways. House assemblies have kept the house community alive, and the launch of virtual clubs has been very successful. The clubs are going to continue to run over summer to keep you all active. The last few months have been difficult for everyone, and the school has come together to make sure everyone's mental health is supported. You will shortly receive a video with lots of information about where to go should you want to talk, because remember, it's good to talk. Although it's going to be strange, we are all looking forward to coming back in September and confronting any new challenges together. As Chris said, please feel free to contact us over Teams. Thank you, and I hope you have a good summer.
Thank you, Chris and Tom, and congratulations again in being successfully appointed as next year's captain and vice captain. We wish them well for the coming year. Now, on many occasions during these last few months, I have been reminded what I said at last year's Founders' Day service in All Saints Church. For those of you who were there, you may remember I posed a question. I asked, what does it mean to be a Maidstonian? And the answer then was quite simple. Other Maidstonians. You, the community of the school, defines this place, and that is why I said back in March when we closed that the community aspect of the school would not get lost. Simply move to a temporary home, and that your connection with MGS will be carried on into your own homes for a while. The new academic year is now not far away. We will all be together again soon. Sadly though, those of you who are leaving MGS and becoming Old Maidstonians cannot return. And it is this aspect for me that has been the most upsetting. Year 13 and a handful of Year 11 students who are choosing to leave have not had their rite of passage. They have not been able to say goodbye in the way that they would like to, and saying goodbye plays a significant part in any transition. Despite this, though, we as a school are still determined to acknowledge Year 13's time here in some kind of future event. We don't know when that will be or what it would look like, but it will happen. So for the moment, please spare a thought for those students who are leaving the MGS community and moving on to pastures new and who have not been able to say their goodbyes properly. With it being the end of the school year, we are sadly saying goodbye to a few members of staff. This year, we say thank you and goodbye to the following: Mr. Goldsborough, Mr. Reader, Miss Asifod Ajay, and Mr. Youngson, who have been supporting us during the year. To Mr. Blogg, Mr. Calvert, Miss Gollard, and Mr. Davis, congratulations to them for successfully qualifying as teachers. Good luck to Mr. Blogg in his new post, and we look forward to welcoming Mr. Calvert, Mr. Collard, and Mr. Davis back in here in September to begin their teaching careers. To Mr. Ghosh for being a cover supervisor for the last year, and to Mr. Bishop for supporting us with film, media, and ICT. We wish them both well as they begin their teacher years. To Miss May, Miss Rathbone, and Miss Kidby, they leave us to begin a fresh chapter in another school. They have respectively supported us in science, mathematics, and psychology. Good luck to them in their new posts and their futures. To Mrs. Rackham, who is retiring at the end of this week after giving 10 years' service to the mathematics department. She has taught thousands of students in her time in room 103, which will now be certainly a different place. Best wishes to her for a happy retirement. And finally to Mr. Ashenfelter, who retires as head of art after nearly 20 years. He's not going very far though. He returns in September as a part-time teacher, able to enjoy both the delights of MGS and the delights of the retirement. We thank him for leading the art department for all those years and inspiring many students to love the subject that he loves. On behalf of the entire school community, I wish the staff leaving the best in their futures and thank them for their service and commitment to MGS. And it is at this point where I wish to recognise and thank the staff for the huge collective efforts seen over these last few months. I have been humbled to see what has been achieved by the staff, and what I have seen has made me even more proud of the profession that I am part of. Thank you, staff. You now should have a well-deserved holiday. It is customary at the end of each term and school year to acknowledge a few students and to award the charity sport and house cups. Despite not being in school, people have gone on to achieve significant things, and in doing so, house points have been generated. So I would like to acknowledge a few people. Firstly, school colours, awarded to students who have made significant contributions to the school. Students receiving senior half colours are Ollie Arnold of Year 11, Alfred Donnelly of Year 11, Cameron Lead of Year 13, Harry Knott of Year 11, John Apanibo of Year 11, Joel Parfit of Year 11, Oscar Civilan-Bishop and Nicholas Civilan-Bishop, both of Year 11, Bradley Tingley of Year 11 and Eloise Walsh of Year 13. And those students receiving senior full colours are Will Dinley of Year 13, Jasmine Etheridge of Year 13, Will Eversfield of Year 13, Ben Inman of Year 13, and finally Christian Webb of Year 13. Congratulations, well done to them all, and they have all been sent their school colour ties and badges through the post. And now to the cups. The current holders of the House Cup are Barton House, but all that could change in the next few minutes. Sadly, due to the lockdown, a number of events have not been able to take place, including the last charity day, which was supposed to be led by Corpus Christi House. And it's for this reason that the Charity Cup will not be awarded this year. Despite this, we as a school still raised over £11,000 for charities. This is a remarkable achievement and one that we should be very proud of. So, even though we cannot award the Charity Cup, the Sports Cup and overall House Cup can be awarded. So to this year's Sport Cup. Even without Sports Day, so many sporting events have taken place during the year which have all contributed to the winning of this cup. Interhouse Rugby, Interhouse Cross Country, Sport Leaf Week back in March, and the recent MGS Virtual Sports Week. Before I award the Sports Cup, I wish to pick out one student. Mark Bloomfield of Year 12. During last week's virtual sports week, Mark took part in all 6 challenges, finishing in the top 5 in all of them and winning the Keep It Up challenge. For this outstanding effort from one student, Mark is awarded this year's Ron McCormick Cup, a cup that is normally awarded to the student on Sports Day that goes above and beyond. Mark, this year, is a deserved winner. Well done to him. So combining all the points across all the sporting competitions, the results are as follows. In 4th place with 1,074 points is College. In 3rd place with 1,181 points is Tunbridge. In 2nd place with 1,792 points is Barton. Therefore, with 2,868 points is Corpus. Corpus this year win the MGS Sports Cup. And now to the House Cup. So many different aspects of the school contribute to the House Cup. All of the sporting competitions, speech day prizes, students who've been awarded school colours and the student of the term, spelling bee winners, students who've had clean conduct cards, and much, much more. The House Cup has been part of MGS since 1930 when we moved to the Barton Road site. There have been so many winners over the last 90 years, and since the new house structure, which was launched back in 2017, we have seen 2 different winners, College in 2018 and Barton last year. Could we see a new winner this year? So, after totalling up all of the house points over the entire year, the final positions are as follows. In 4th place, with 9,348 points, is Tunbridge. In 3rd place, with 9,656 points, is College. In 2nd place, with 11,395 points, is Barton. Therefore, this year, with 12,305 points, is Corpus Christi. Congratulations to Corpus Christi House and to their head of house, Mr. Highway. Well deserved. And I must say, the major factor in Corpus Christi House winning this year was their incredible level of participation. Corpus Christi students have thrown themselves at each event and competition, and their contributions have now been rewarded. Well done. I would now like to invite the house captain of Corpus Christi House to come forward and to collect the trophy. Well done again to Corpus Christi. To end this presentation, I wish to share a final thought reflecting on the last few months. We have all now experienced something we thought would never happen. None of us ever imagined we would have 14 weeks away from school. School is about learning, and even though you have been able to continue with your learning at home, school is much more than that. For me, school is about one thing: relationships. And I expect, like me, you have missed the interactions you get when you are at school and when you are in other people's company. For years, we have taken for granted human connection. It has always been there, and we have never really needed to experience life without it. All of a sudden, back in March, the connections we have with the people in our lives changed, and we had to quickly adapt to a different sort of life. Many of us spent those first few weeks of lockdown completely isolated in our own homes, and it has only been recently that we've been allowed to venture out more. For me now, I will always remember the first form of human contact that I had after 10 weeks of not having any at all. It was a simple thing of shaking someone's hand, but it meant so much to me at the time and with whom it was with. I have now really come to appreciate and realise the importance of human contact and human connection. I'm sure many of you would agree that human connection is vitally important, but I am also sure that the lockdown has meant something different to each of you. Some of you may have learnt a new skill. Some of you may have become more independent and resourceful. Some of you may have decided to take forward an aspect of your new life into the life to come. Some of you may have experienced a personal difficulty, and some of you may have sadly lost a loved one. But hopefully all of you have become much kinder and thoughtful towards each other. And it is this last point which links to my personal experiences of human connection which I wish to finish on. Throughout all of this, we have essentially and fundamentally grown to understand more of the collective worth of society and how we are interdependent of each other. And if nothing else, as we look back over these last few months, this is something that hopefully we can all take forward into our new lives. Best wishes to you all. Have a great summer. Thank you for continuing to make MGS an amazing place, and I look forward to welcoming you all back for the start of the new academic year in September. Olim memenisi yuwabit.